Lucky you. Back-to-back lives. I had a question asked afterwards, and I thought it was a really good question. So I wanted to do a specific video to talk about this one. That is, what is the benefit of going with a paid version of ChatGPT versus the free version? Well, there's just some things that I've found, particularly the responses are better. I have to do a little less prompt generation, a little less refinement. It seems like the data set is larger. I don't know. Actually, I'll probably bring her up on screen here because maybe the right thing to do is to ask her what the difference is. She may be able to give us a better response. But for me, I don't mind paying $20 a month. I feel like if it supports the effort and it improves the product, it's definitely worth it. But I know not everybody has the advantage of being able to pay for the subscription. I think I have found that I don't have nearly as much downtime. I think early on with ChatGPT in the earlier versions, before they had the paid version, that a lot of times I would get error messages. It would time out. It would take a very long time. Like the text would write really, really slowly, particularly during peak times. And I'd get lots of messages all the time. Hey, there's a lot of people on the system. There was a lot of limitations to it. ChatGPT 4 and ChatGPT Plus, I haven't seen that nearly as much, but let's go play the game. Let's see what happens here. Let's bring her on screen. Let me switch to a different camera angle, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab ChatGPT, bring her up with me, and we will be able to then ask her ourselves and see what she has to say. In that last video, I showed you a lot about the prompt engineering aspect here. In this one, I'm going to bring it up a little bigger. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what I'm using ChatGPT Plus. I am going to use a GPT-4, not the legacy and old default systems. There is some caps still with ChatGPT Plus, even though you're on the paid version, but it is significantly better. Please explain why a content creator like me would benefit. I mean, let's have her do the marketing, right? That would benefit from the paid version of ChatGPT Plus. Let's see what we got. The content updating the ChatGPT Plus can provide numerous benefits to help you streamline your workflow, enhance content, and boost productivity. Key advantages: general access. This is what I said before. Paid version, you get uninterrupted access to ChatGPT even during peak times, which I think is really, really important, particularly if you need to use this as an augmented resource to augment the work that you do on a daily basis. We're going to just let her run out through here while I talk this through. I think it's important to consider those things. It really depends upon how you're going to use it. If you're just using it as something for fun, I think you're just fine on a free account. If you are creating content though, or if you need access to it, if it's augmenting your writing, if it's augmenting your copywriting, your SEO, your HTML, if it's writing code or programming for you, you really do have to have that paid account. And then I think on top of that, there's the other aspect of this where you can subscribe to the API and you can actually pull that data into your system. There are also plugins in ChatGPT. I'm not sure the plugins are available, but we're going to go ahead and ask right now. She's just finishing up her response. So let me switch back to her and let's see what she's got to say. Okay, first and foremost, like I said, general access. The paid version is going to get you better access. You're going to get faster response times. Absolutely. I see it every single day. That can be really important, particularly when you have an 8 or a 10 minutes or a 8 or a 10 paragraph response that's coming through the system to you. Let me priority access to new features and improvements. This is huge to me. I think you get the benefit of the newest, the latest and greatest technology. Enhanced customer support. This is really true. 24/7 support with ChatGPT Plus. Priority access, as I mentioned, multiple applications. Lots of content creation, brainstorming, content outlining. All of those capabilities are here. And it is relatively cost effective for $20 a month versus what it would cost you to hire somebody. It's definitely a competitive edge and it can streamline your content creation process. Let's just ask how much more access to recent data does Plus have in this data set? See here, I know there was always that restriction going back to 21. All right, so subscription doesn't matter. I think that's good. It's really about faster response times. Are you we'll just ask if it's data set. All right, September 2021. It's still going through. So this is a good to know, right? I mean, it's a little bit different than what we expected. I was thinking that it was a little broader than that on the data set, but there are really true benefits to using ChatGPT Plus. Access seems to be the most. Definitely better responses. I am absolutely convinced, and I've done other videos about this, that many times my first, second, even third response from ChatGPT on the free accounts, I have to do a lot more prompt engineering, and I've got to push back, and I've got to ask questions, and I got to say, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this instead. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this. All of those things are different in ChatGPT Plus. You really don't need to do nearly as much of that because the responses that come back are a lot more intricate and have a lot more detail than those that do not. I'm going to tell you, this was a really quick video because it was a question. So I'm going to go ahead and end the live there. If you have questions about ChatGPT or you'd like me to make content on anything very specific, how this is going to apply to your business, we're going to have a lot of that coming up here in the next couple of months. But anything that you have questions, let me know. I'm always happy to throw a video together. Okay, until next time.